Alright, what we have here is a vintage dual CS 1268 fully automatic turntable. Got this off of eBay. It does have some issues. It's made in Germany. Start, stop, lift up and down. Vero belt drive system, ULM series. 33 and 45 plus pitch control, counterweighted plus fine tuning, anti-skate, belt drive. It's got a weird hinge system and one of the hinges is broken. If I just put it over here, you'll see that when you lift it, if I can do this, the hinge slides and pivots up. This one's stuck in the up position and will not go down. We'll take this off so I don't break it. Doesn't matter, I got new hinges anyway. Heavy plastic lid. This is your platter. See that raised up? Buttons are sensitive. Now see, the automatic part works. Slow going down. But I can't get it to go back on its own. Like it'll go over, then it'll go up and down, but it won't move. I'll show you how this thing works. This is German made, and it's very simple. This model is from like 81, 82, and it would have retailed anywhere from probably like $300 to $400, depending on how fancy you wanted it. It's got the aftermarket half-inch adapter on it. This is not the original cartridge. And I can't get a needle for it. It's a CIM 5060 series, and the stylus is all bent to shape, and I can't find a replacement anywhere for it. So I'm gonna change it out to a Audio Technica VM95E series elliptical stylus, half-inch mount. I'll take the platter off. Let's twist that. That comes off. Show you how genius this thing is. That's your drive mechanism right there. Belt drive. This is what turns the platter. That's your motor. This little finger is what changes it from 33 to 45. It's gonna be hard to tell. Crash. If I can zoom in, but you'll notice there's two different sizes on that motor shaft. Now this little belt here, on that white part, that's your pitch control. That controls the speed of the pitch. So that's how you adjust the pitch on the motor. This finger goes up and down. So I'll flick to 45. And as this rides, that's supposed to drop down, switch to 33, and then it goes back up. Once you get it to engage and it's on, likes to stick a bit. But that finger is supposed to drop down, and that's how it engages the 45 like that. And see, now the belt slides down. Now 33, it's supposed to go up, but it doesn't always do that. It sticks. So you kind of got to give it a helping hand. So it probably doesn't use lubrication. But let me plug it in and I'll show you what it's kind of doing and not doing. Now it's plugged in, I'll move this over. Now it's pivoted out of the way. Now you'll see this thing slide down when I switch it to 45. Now if I try to get to go to 33, it kind of sticks a bit. You kind of got to give it a helping hand. But that's what drives your platter. Again, switch to 45. Drops the belt down to the 45 pulley. Switch it back to 33. It kind of sticks. Probably needs lubrication. So this is your pitch control. I'll show you the underside in a minute. But this is what it does when you try to get it to go auto return. Like, it starts to move, but then it doesn't. Then you'll see it drop down. Now it's dropped down. Now it goes back up. But it won't go on its own. Try to give it a helping hand, it gets stuck, it kind of sticks. Now if I hit start, that part should work automatically. See, why does that work but the auto return don't? And then move about halfway in. Then hit stop. Yeah, for a reason it can't go back on its own. Something's not engaging. I mean, it's simple how this thing operates. There's nothing complicated about it. Very simple. Just gotta give it some lubrication, and that should help the belt go up and down a little bit more. This is your anti-skating. It constantly just rotates freely, but it does do something. It's a little finger with a spring, and that just goes back and forth. But I don't know what's positive and what's negative. Let's figure it out. I don't know if that has something to do with it not wanting to return. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that's what it was. I just need an anti-skating adjustment because I don't have a manual for this, so I'll have to look at it and figure out which one's that, which one's what. Because there's two different stylus with a 0. But I just put it on that one and now it goes back, so that could have been the problem. Let's put it on a 2. See what that does. Just gotta find a manual for this. But so I gotta get that finger some lubrication. But let me put the cover back on. I gotta replace these hinges anyway. That's easy enough too. Just a couple of screws. So let me flip it over. We'll take the bottom off, and I'll show you how easy the underneath is. It's not overly complicated either. All right, here's the underside of it. This is the motor, SM100-1, their own brand, dual. So that belts for your pitch control. This little finger here is your anti-skate. That just goes in and out. Got your auto gear. Then your buttons here, which control these little fingers for all this other stuff. Because that's your preamp for electronics there by your power transformer. These are the hinges. See, they're split. All you gotta do is take 2 screws and out they come. See, there's nothing to it. There is nothing to it. It's simple. You know, back when they knew how to build things. It's not overly complicated. A lot of levers and stuff, but no electronics, no circuit boards, no nothing. It just works. It's simple. Everything's simple to access. Motor, got your gear. Probably give it some lubrication, a little bit of oil here and there, probably to help it a little bit. But the hinges are easy to access. I got some used ones. Got your cables. This is your audio cables here, your grounding wire. That's your left and right, which is black and white. And your power coming in. You know, just, you know, simple. Simple as it can possibly be. This is your hinge or axle for the platter. So, well, I can't do this with one hand, so I'll put the camera down. But just to replace the hinges, you just got these 2 screws. Now it doesn't take a number 2; it's going to take a small screwdriver. This one is, you gonna tell me? It's like a number 3 or PH1. It's the Harbor Freight one. So it's probably it can't be a number 1. That's too big. I don't know what damn size it is. Who knows? Harbor Freight don't label their shit. But anyway, let me replace these hinges and do some lubrication, and then I guess we'll start on the cartridge.